friends. We are back with our menopausal playbook, and we are talking about mental skills matter. Specifically, we're looking at building resilience. Resilience is really our ability to bounce back in the face of stress and adversity, and it's really our ability to learn and grow and thrive because of having gone through these things that we have. And honestly, menopause, with all its physical and emotional and spiritual challenges that come up, really demand us to tap into our inner strength and adaptability. So, for some women, the thing that gets us most at this time is our self-image. So today I want to focus on another tool that can help strengthen, really help strengthen our resilience at this time in our life. And that is to cultivate self-compassion. How can we do that? Got some practical strategies for you. Before we do that, I am Nancy Brooker, the Living in Yes coach for women who are navigating the challenges of menopause. During this time in our life when so many things are changing, we all deserve to feel really empowered when it comes to our relationships, our bodies, our health, our spiritual path, our goals, and really love who we are becoming. So I help you tap into your inner strengths, let go of your self-judgments, and really trust yourself so that you can, navigate this time in your life with joy and fulfillment and confidence and grace, and really feel good in your own body and in your own self. So let's get right to it. Cultivating compassion. I'm going to give you 3 tools today. So tool number 1 is going to be about positive self-talk. Now, sometimes this can be a hard one. It's all about replacing self-criticism with a little bit of self-compassion, right? We face challenges. We speak to ourselves in ways that we would never speak to a friend, right? We're our own harshest critics. So it's really about thinking about, when we're noticing our thoughts, thinking about, well, what would my best friend say to me? Or what would a dear friend, what would a dear, my mom or dear person in my life say to me about this? How would they frame this compared to how I'm framing it to myself? That is one great way to cultivate some self-compassion, sort of, changing your words up. Another is just to, change things up. How about, really not very good at this, might be your self-talk, if you just even add the word yet on the end of that. Well, I'm not very good at this yet, but I'm open to the possibility that I might be soon, right? Give yourself a little bit of self-compassion. You can even use affirmations if that's something that you enjoy, if that's something that works for you. You can start out each morning, affirming to yourself, I am strong and capable and deserving of self-love. And say that to yourself several times during the day. Put it on a post-it, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your purse or on the inside of your phone case or something where you're seeing it all the time, reminding yourself, especially when you're in times of doubt, right? So that's number 1, positive, a little bit more positive self-talk. Now, number 2, self-care rituals. Now, you're like, oh gosh, now this one again. Everybody always talks about self-care. Now, some people will say that, you need to take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people. And while that may be true, you are a human being who is 100 bajillion% deserving of self-love and self-care. And that's why you should be creating these self-care rituals for you, because you deserve them. So just take some time every day to do something that brings you joy. You can, in practicalities, what could this look like? Well, you could just take 5 minutes a day to call a friend, or read a few pages of a book that you enjoy, or sit quietly and have a little meditation, or whatever that is, and you can build that up. It doesn't have to be a big deal. You can start small, just start, and the next thing you know, it'll become easier for you. If it's easier to do it all at once, create yourself an hour a week. Carve that out. Put it on your calendar. Block that time off for you and make it non-negotiable. What might you do? I don't know. Have a warm bath. You might, go to a yoga class. You might, do a puzzle. Do something creative that you enjoy. Just sit with a nice hot cup of tea and have good conversation with somebody. Whatever it is that's gonna become nurturing for you, that's what you should do. And then the last thing that I think is really important, and that doesn't it's super important, is to acknowledge your strengths. And this I know I've talked about before too. Um, I think we all have achievements and strengths, and we sort of downplay them. We don't really acknowledge how great we are, right? We don't acknowledge the good things in ourselves. It's so much easier to acknowledge the deficiencies. So let's just move our focus. How does the saying go? Energy flows where focus goes, where energy flows where focus goes. I can't remember how it works, but really changing your focus is going to change your energy. So thinking about and noticing in your everyday life, hey, I did a good job on that. Write it down. Maybe you keep a strengths journal, or maybe you, I don't know, put it in your phone, or whatever you want to do. I did something kind today. Write it down. I was really, I helped I helped someone carry their groceries to their car. I said a kind word to somebody who looked like they really needed it. Anything that is a strength, I spoke up for myself. Whatever it is, write it down and recognize those past accomplishments as well. Write them down. Again, read them. Remind yourself about how great you actually are. Because, like I said, energy goes where focus flows. Focus flows where energy goes. If you put your energy on the negative, that's where you're always going to be focusing on that. So put your focus and your energy on the good things. So what's the bottom line here? Life shifts, and so can you. Menopause is a groove, not a grind. So building that resilience is a process, and every little step that you take is going to be a win. So just take a little step forward. So today, just as a recap, we talked about cultivating self-compassion by looking at positive self-talk, creating some self-care rituals, and acknowledging your strengths. And remember, you can shape your journey with confidence. If you could use a little bit of help, then let's talk about how we can create your menopause vision statement. What's next for you in this time of your life? What do you want it to look like, and how are we going to get you there? And so, you can rock your life and live in yes. So, I'd love to hear from you. You've got it all inside you. I'll leave you with this quote today. Success and failure come and go, but don't let them define you. It's you who matters. Who you are that matters. And that's from Kamal Ravikant. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to grab your freebies. I'll have a new freebie for you next week. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Take care.